We're in a very similar setup to what we saw yesterday in terms of just weather conditions. We got a bit of those partly cloudy skies. We got cooler temperatures, but you have a lot of that higher humidity and those higher dew points. So we're going back into our springtime pattern where we're looking at the chance of those pop-up showers and thunderstorms during the late evening. Severe thunderstorm watch was just issued now until 11 o'clock tonight. This does include places like Ector County, but doesn't include Midland County or Howard County. We'll be keeping our eye on this. A lot of this stuff is going to be sticking around farther to the west than yesterday. Yesterday, a lot of those storms were mainly to the east. It all has to do with where this dry line is located. And you can kind of tell if you just draw an imaginary line from New Mexico straight through those high elevations all the way down to Big Bend. That's exactly where those storms are beginning to pop up. Now, there is that severe status, no longer for the one heading toward the Balmorhea, but the one just to the northeast of Alpine is still severe warned for about the next 30 to 45 minutes or so. I don't remember the exact timing of it, but looking at quarter-sized hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. Same is the case for this storm in Big Bend. Still about another 30 minutes left on the warning there, so we'll be keeping our eye on that. Okay, and the reason why? They extended that level 2 slight risk a lot more than yesterday. Yesterday, this was mainly south of I-10. This includes basically all of us, but it's a very conditional risk. That's why I'm not going alert for today. And a lot of these storms, they're forming to the west of the dry line, so they're going to be relatively weak by severe standards, that is. A weak, severe storm? Yeah, that's an oxymoron. 63 tonight, mostly cloudy skies, slight chance of some of those storms lasting into those overnight hours. But by tomorrow, for that early morning driving, it's going to be cloudy and it's going to be decently humid. No weather delays. Just keep that in mind. By the afternoon, some of those pop-up showers and thunderstorms are going to be possible once again. So let's kind of play it on the future track. Future track is actually showing a lot of these storms moving directly out to the east. Big Lake, Ozona, kind of avoiding much of the Permian Basin. But then later tonight, some stuff in New Mexico might try to push its way into the northern Permian Basin before fizzling out. Kind of similar to what we saw last night, right around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. A few storms in New Mexico pushed their way into the northern basin, and then they went away. What about your Wednesday? Well, Wednesday, actually looking at some of those storms popping up in Pecos County, moving all the way down towards Sanderson, and then they're just gone. Okay. Thursday, well, actually kind of a similar boat too. A couple of those storms popping up to the west, moving its way into the Permian Basin. Maybe some activity for Midland, Odessa, Big Spring. We'll see though, because it tends to not be the case for us. Here's that risk for tomorrow. Mainly the stuff is going to be out to the west, and then the risk for your Thursday, it's just going to be a little bit more widespread, but just that level 1 risk. We'll be keeping our eye on a lot of this stuff because those chances last all the way into the weekend. Well, once the weekend hits, hey, we warm right back up, Alex.
Jordan, still ahead in what's trending. One tech